Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing? How is the weekend going? This is Varagist HQ. A lot of questions has been asked concerning this grant, this disbursement of a whole thing, and many questions have been asked that why is the IMF involved? Because a lot of people have come out to say that IMF doesn't give grants and stuff like that. And now, what is their involvement in this grants ecosystem, in the disbursement process of these grants? So one of the elder statesmen in the grant community have come out to explain in details the involvement of the CBN, involvement of the IMF, involvement of the ICJ, which is the International Court of Justice. How they manage to coming into this disbursement. I think you need to listen to him and get your feel from it. Please make sure you watch to the end. And how he also said that disbursement has started from yesterday. That disbursement have started yesterday to the top NGOs, that's the grant handlers. So please do well to listen to this VN because you have a lot to digest from this video. Thank you and God bless you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to particularly greet my senior boss in this platform, Pastor Sonny. How is your family? How are your children? Hope everything is going on well. God bless you. Thank you for adding me for this program. I think I should be able to answer some little questions in respect to what admin I just spoke on this afternoon. Whether it's a Stan Tech. Please, I want to say that both the IMF and CBN, they had no business with giving grant. Please get that very clear. Get it very clear. CBN, IMF, and the international nation will not allow IMF to divert from the original aim. You should get that clearly. How come that IMF now is involved in this program? How come now that CBN is being mentioned as if they are diverting from the original aim and objective of their institution? CBN is an institution. IMF is an institution with a dream, with a program already drawn out from the onset. I think you should understand this. Now, the pioneer is the actual name with which these grants will be given to everyone who subscribed. Though through, they use the name CBN, IMF. Why was it, first of all, why is it so? We said IMF is involved in this disbursement and we're waiting for government to give them a go-ahead and all that. IMF does not give money to individuals or corporate entity like NGO direct. They work with government of any nation. But now, how come that they now became involved and they are now talking about CBN, IMF, grant and all of that? How? That is what you, admin Static, should have find out first. How? Okay? How come that, what we call it, UAAG, that has no, what do you call this? They don't have a certificate of corporation. They don't have a CAC approval or license to operate as an NGO. How come that through them There is, we are all calling it UAAG, and today they are shifting it to sanctuary wealth. All those things are necessary for somebody to know if you are responsible in this grand pursuit. If you are responsible, if you have people that are under you or that you register, that register through you in any form, whether NGO, whether individual beneficiary that register through you, you cannot just close up your mind and say you don't care. I'm no longer interested in this kind of program. I just withdraw. You dare not do that, or your people will crucify you. Anybody that dare do that, like some of the CEO in those days, they tried it, but God have mercy on them. You dare not do that. So first, let me go straight to let you know how CBN came in, how IMF came in. If you have been conversant with this event that have been going on in this Ghana community, you remember there was a time, there was a kind of international protest. We were writing to the international body, write to IMF, write to World Bank, write to different body externally to let them know that we are being deprived of our right as a nation. We are entitled to receiving grant, and this grant is to help build the economy of the nation. Everybody wrote, except some few of us who may not be able to write. That is how the donors, the IMF, the World Bank, and the external body, international body, came into the finding out what is actually happening. And when they came out, they came to find out, and they discovered that there was really a kind of oppression. So they probed into it, and they discovered that a part of the money, according to them, I am well, you may not quote me, but this was what was found and discovered, that 9.6 trillion was taken out of the major amount that was meant for the Nigeria grant. And they find out and they discover where the source was, who removed it, and what happened and all that. Then, before they could withdraw it from the hand of the person that removed the money from there, it was equally said that they had to go to the International Court of Justice. That is the highest body that can handle nations, not individuals, handle nations who are maltreating their members of the nation, who are oppressing their subject in the nation. So that is the higher body. And when they got to that court, unfortunately, Nigeria was brought into that court and they were found guilty and were eventually told to return that money immediately. So within the space of 2 months, 2 weeks, they were able to return that money. So meanwhile, before when that money was removed, the money that was balanced was what the grant handlers shared among all the beneficiaries and all the CEOs, NGOs, and all that, all what you have among the registered people. When they now shared it, they couldn't now. When the federal government now, let me not just go direct to tell you that it's federal government. When the money now was returned back, they have to, sort of find a way to disburse that 9.6 trillion. In the process of finding that, there was no one NGO that could handle it, apart from the one they had already started. That was how the CBN came into the issue of having people to register through them. It was an urgent issue. They just have to have people to get connected with that will now bring people to register for this project, and everybody went in. People went in from through the CBN. People, they used the name IMF to gather the registered members, and that was how everybody trooped in. It had been a long time, and eventually, thank God, if at all there's any registration still going on now on CBN or IMF, it is maybe very, very few people that are still doing that, and it must be eternal members. When we say IMF, they are not ghosts, they are not an inanimate thing, they are human beings. When we say CBN, they are human beings. So those human beings that had the privilege to have been a staff of that place decided to give out an information that if you want to come over. So people rush and register. It is not that when they leave Nigeria, for instance, IMF will go about. What is the meaning of IMF? International Fund, IM. I mean international. M mean money. F mean fund. Monitoring, so not really money. Monitoring fund. So the IMF came in to monitor the disbursement of these grants, not just the CBN and all this pioneer registration only, but the general grant. I think I have explained it now. Please, nobody should be in confusion or in doubt after this my V-note. If you don't believe it, leave it to yourself. Don't disturb others who are already in it. Don't confuse people. Don't create hypertension for people. Don't lay high blood pressure on any innocent Nigerians who have spent a lot of money for this project. You are coming. Go to Google. When you Google it, you discover that IMF does not have interest, or they don't involve anything about NGO. They are not involved. They don't involve themselves. No, you talk about CBN. CBN does not involve. If you go like Chief Akogun was saying, that you go to Google, you find out that they are not there. You find this one. Everybody go to Google. You will not find anybody from CBN telling you that they are into grant disbursement. Nor is it IMF that goes into giving grant to people. They don't. So what if they don't? What do you not expect yourself to find information from the Google? Now I have explained to you how it came to be. Osim has spoken so much in detail. You don't believe it. No, you don't. Particularly you, StarTech. You don't believe what Osim said. You don't believe what other people are saying. Then, if you don't believe, you hold yourself. If you don't believe it, and other people in this platform that do not believe it, you keep your own your idea, keep your own mindset. Whatever you believe on it, spend on it and get what you want. If you don't believe it, leave it, forget it, relax yourself. Must you use your own inability to understand to influence other people and make them to die? Okay, what if it come out to be true tomorrow? Then the people that would have registered and paid something, you will have deprived them. Are you going to pay them? Why not let everybody go on his own? Everybody have right to his own choice. He has right to choose what to do and what not to do with his or her money. Why disturbing people and telling them you don't understand it? If you don't know about it, you keep yourself. Try to find out. If you can't find out, then keep it to yourself. So please, I'm speaking to my people in this platform, Alliance for All Grant. Please, if you have registered before now with CBN or IMF or Pioneer, please relax. You are going to be paid. You are going to be paid. Everyone that registered will be paid. They can be called children of circumstances. They are not even the one going to disburse it. If you listen to the meeting they had, the federal government had with the people, with the grand handlers, the meeting there, they said, Ken Wakama will be the one to disburse first to IMF, Then after IMF and the CBN and the pioneer have been paid, they are the pioneer of the whole thing. So after those sets have been paid before the sanctuary went, we now go back to the original sharing formula that they had. That part that remain, that remain with them, they will now share it. Then Tioba will come in, Saint Rita will come in, maybe Supreme will come in. So every of these grant that I mentioned or NGO that I mentioned, they are involved in this very program, and certainly they are going to disburse. Please, my admin, sir, my senior admin, Pastor Sonny, let them talk with you. If they want to post this type of thing, find out. The majority of people in this platform, I should believe, they believe in this IMF. Everybody has their right. Please, I beg of you. I hope I'm not offending you. I'm just trying to tell you everybody who is an NGO cooperative leader should be able to go into detail finding out things, because you carry a good number of people around you. Because of them, travel to Abuja and find out. My brother Andy also have been talking. He have been talking. He have been making a lot of effort to give people understanding. You will not listen to that. We say we talk. You will not listen to that. You want Ken one come out by himself to come and talk. Why? Why would you want Ken one come out to come and talk? What do you want him to say? Wangbo will talk, they will give him several names. Pastor Wangbo will talk, Pastor Moses from Abuja will talk. You won't want to accept any of those talk. Unless Ken Wankama, our apostle, bishop, professor, except he talk. And the time he was even having meeting with all of us, everybody will still be talking to him anyhow. So please, I beg of you, I should expect you to take this well serious. If you have missed out from this CBN registration, it's unfortunate. If you know any link you can still use to register, I encourage you quickly. Do whatever you can now. If it's still going on, I'm sure it certainly will close, because the whole disbursement had already kick-started. It has started before. Is it not on Sunday that the Salah will commence? Really? Then the holiday will be Monday and Tuesday. And it was agreed with the last meeting that they should do the disbursement before Salah. And the disbursements have started. Today is Friday. It has started with the top personalities. And the disbursement is ongoing. So if you have the privilege to quickly register, please go ahead and do it. But make sure that the NGO you belong to, the NGO that you are registering with, is directly with them. Don't go and throw your money anyhow. Thank you very much, my ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. God bless you. I pray that God will enable you to eat the fruit of your labor. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.